At this point, there's absolutely no doubt that HighLevel is one of the most powerful platforms that anybody can leverage to become a full-time entrepreneur and build themselves their dream online business right now and for years to come. With a literal library of technology features, tools, AI solutions, automations, and much more. At first, it can truly be a bit difficult and extensive to get a grasp on the software, all of the moving parts, all of the value that it actually brings, to then come to the decision upon what you actually want to sell with HighLevel and how you actually want to make money with it. Over the past couple of years, I have spent easily over 10,000 hours on HighLevel. I've taught hundreds, if not thousands of guys and girls in my 100% free course/community exactly how to start their online business leveraging HighLevel. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down everything you truly need to know to have a full grasp of HighLevel, take away all of the most common questions and confusions that you may have overarching in your head as you try to really get a full scope of this juggernaut of a software so that you can feel much more confident in your foundationals of actually starting your time with this platform. Now, if you've never heard of HighLevel, HighLevel is an all-in-one marketing and sales platform that empowers business owners and entrepreneurs to build, automate, and manage all of their digital marketing and social media channels in one place with some of the most innovative no-code software/marketing tools and AI automations and workflows. But the crazy part about HighLevel is the fact that their software is something called white label. White label just means that HighLevel will allow you to take any of their profitable features, any of their AI tools that they have in their library, and then take their software, upload your very own business name, logo, branding, colors, even domain name on their software, and then literally package them up and then resell them as your very own solution for 100% of the profits. And which I know at first sounds absolutely crazy, but trust me, if you've never heard or seen anything like this is an entrepreneurial gold mine, and there has been thousands and thousands of people who became millionaires off of doing exactly what I'm telling you right now over the past couple of years. So you truly can't find a platform like HighLevel anywhere else in the entire world, which is why it's so attractable to a lot of logical, smart, young, money motivated, witty entrepreneurs. But due to the immense value that HighLevel actually brings in correlation, there is a tech and knowledge ramp up that needs to be put in place in your brain before you actually dive in and truly begin to see how you want to start making money with HighLevel. But that is exactly what we will be covering in this video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, so taking it from the top, here is HighLevel's website. Of course, you can get access to this page with the link down below. You'll also get a whole bunch of extra bonuses into your account, websites, automations. Let's just take a look and see what their website actually says. So it says, elevate your marketing and sales with HighLevel's all-in-one platform. Now, before you even really dive into HighLevel and you go into their builder and I begin to dissect HighLevel piece by piece, I'll tell you now, the thing is, there's two sides to HighLevel that you have to understand that I 100% know is confusing when you truly first dive into this. If I really take myself back to when I first started getting familiar with HighLevel, it's very cloudy. I do get it, trust me. I'm gonna make everything very, very clear in this video though. So the thing is, in most of my videos with HighLevel, I talk about how HighLevel is a no-code software builder that allows you to build out profitable software applications and products without having to write any code. And yes, that is 100% true, but what I don't typically necessarily talk about is the other side of HighLevel as strictly a digital marketing software platform. So if you don't know this, if you have no experience in entrepreneurship, no experience in business whatsoever, you need to know this. Marketing and sales is the lifeblood of every single business, every single industry, no matter what it is on the entire face of the earth. There's only two types of businesses in the entire world that anybody can start: a product or a service-based business. And as soon as any business owner or entrepreneur came up with a product or came up with a service that they were trying to scale past 1,000, 5,000, 100,000, 1 million, 100 million, they all had to figure out first and foremost what was going to be their marketing and sales processes. It's the only way that anybody, even at the corporate level, not just you as an entrepreneur, I work for some of the largest technology companies in the entire country, and the lifeblood of the business, the lifeblood of every single CEO I talked about was marketing and sales. They wanted us to help them with marketing their business in some way, shape, or form. So before we dive into anything, you need to understand what digital marketing is, because it doesn't matter whether you start this business model or any other one in the world. This is 101. This is how you start and scale any business. All right. So what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is any form of marketing that uses digital channels such as the internet, social media, or mobile devices to promote any product or service-based business and engage with customers from those platforms. So this is Google, this is Facebook, this is Instagram, this is TikTok, this is LinkedIn, this is your website. Every business owner needs a website. It's the first step of every single business, whether it is a brick and mortar business or an online business. You need some type of digital storefront and visual aid to get people to know about your business. So the goal of digital marketing is to do something called generate leads. If you have never heard of the term leads before, that is the most infinite word in business, in entrepreneurship. But do not feel bad if you don't know what that means, because I graduated college with a fucking master's degree in business with a concentration in marketing, and I had never heard of the term lead before in my entire life. And as soon as I got into the professional world, into entrepreneurship, lead is like the number one word you will hear throughout your entire journey of it, no matter what lane you play in, because it's the lifeblood of every single business, if you want to be honest. So hate to burst your bubble, but if you're in college right now, trust me, you are wasting your time, you are wasting money, and you are making a huge mistake, and you need to be dropping out as soon as humanly possible. I know that might have shook you up a little bit, but trust me, I'm not saying that to be an a-hole. I'm just telling you how drastically true it is. I was victim of it. I don't want you to be. So that truly is what digital marketing is. But now, what is digital marketing software in relation to HighLevel? So digital marketing software is just any application or platform that helps businesses execute, manage, and automate their marketing strategies and campaigns. So once anybody comes up with a product, for example, if you're coming up with a software product or a service and you want to service AI agents to local business owners, the first thing you have to do is put together a campaign that's going to allow people to know about your business, because how are they going to buy anything if they don't know about your business? You have to set up email campaigns, text message campaigns, paid advertisement campaigns, social media posting campaigns, whatever that may be, whatever that looks like. You have to set up some type of campaign to begin to promote your business, some type of marketing campaign. And a digital marketing software, in which HighLevel is, that's why it says elevate your marketing and sales processes with HighLevel. HighLevel has become a prestigious platform for business owners and entrepreneurs of small to mid-size to do exactly that: manage, help capture, and convert more of their digital presence and traction so that they can generate more leads for their business. And HighLevel is an all-in-one solution. So the thing is, for people to be able to build out a nice solution for their marketing campaigns and system, they would typically need 10, 15, 12 other softwares and do them from different places, such as their website from one place, and then their automation from one place, and then their calendar and booking and appointments from one place. But HighLevel actually combined all of the needed processes in one single platform so that people didn't have to go and pay for all of these softwares separately. And then the biggest issue was that people had to pay for a software called Zapier to actually connect all of these different software products and applications together and have one fully functioning workflow. But that cost a lot of money. It was much more difficult, but now we just have HighLevel, and now business owners and entrepreneurs do not have to do that. They can just go and create an account with HighLevel and use them as a CRM, because that's what HighLevel is at the end of the day. They're a digital marketing CRM software. So this is really the other side of HighLevel that I was talking about. Yes, in this video, I'll show you how to white label HighLevel, how to use them as a no-code builder, but the features inside of their software is what you can actually white label and then resell as a software product. But HighLevel as a CRM, you're going to have to leverage HighLevel as a CRM either way, shape, or form. So a CRM is a centralized customer database that manages every existing or potential customer from various entry points, such as those social media pages I showed you in the previous page. And the goal of a CRM is to not only have visualization of where customers are in their buying journey, but also leverage the tools, the features, the AI solutions inside of HighLevel software to increase the chances that they actually move forward and purchase that business's products or services. You're going to be leveraging HighLevel as a CRM with your business. So when you actually pick what you're selling, pick your software product out, you're then going to leverage HighLevel as a digital marketing CRM to market your business. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like, right? So let's go into HighLevel. So now that we're in HighLevel, you see all of these tabs and it's like, okay, where do I begin to start? How do I tackle this monstrous of a software with all of these tabs? Now, before I do dive into it, the first thing I will say is you do have to understand the difference between agency versus sub account. So if I click here, you'll see this view that says agency view. This is only for you overall for your agencies, and there's something called sub accounts under your agency. So this will be where your dashboard is with all of your accounts, all of your users, anybody who's using you and paying you every single month. You'll see what that looks like overall and everything else in between. What you have to know is there's also something called sub accounts. So what a sub account is basically a folder / an account of every single user that you actually get on your software. So once you actually do get a website around what your solution actually brings, and they press either get a free trial or log in or pay for access right now, they create a email, they type in their username, they type in their fucking password, they press log in. That's when they'll get access to your white labeled HighLevel with your logo, your business name at the top left, your colors. And every single time somebody actually does that, they're automatically going to get a sub account created for them with their information. Their password is going to be automatically linked to it so they can change it or press forget password and it can correlate to that person. So every single one is going to have a sub account. And I will say you do have to have the $4.97 account for sub accounts to be automatically created directly from your web page. If you're on the $97 or $297 a month plan, you have to actually go and manually create the sub account every time you get a user. So it's going to make it a bit difficult for you to get an automated system on a product-based business side. So we'll deal with that when the time comes, but that is pretty important to know, okay? But what's also important for you to know is that you also need a sub account for you and yourself for your business. So you see, I have this Tech Entrepreneurs sub account right here. All of my digital marketing channels and pages that I rely on and use HighLevel from a digital marketing CRM standpoint to manage and effectively run my business and get more customers, right? So, but once you're in your sub account, this is where you're going to be spending the majority of your time. 90+% of your time is going to be spent in your sub account when you're working with HighLevel. So these are the tabs that you have to get familiar with. But where do you start? How do you begin to tackle? I'd say the best place to start is to go to this opportunities pipeline tab right here. If you've never heard of an opportunities pipeline, what this is that customer journey in a true visualization of where your customers are at in their buying journey, from knowing nothing about your business to actually buying your products or services. And this is different for every single business. This is going to be different per person, just depending on your actual channels, depending on your digital marketing lead generation channels and how you do want to sell your product. Whole bunch of factors actually go into it, but this is the golden word when it comes to sales. This is literally not just for you as an entrepreneur, but at the highest of corporate levels, how you get money to be a video game. The first thing you ever learn when it comes to sales in any organization is it's just a numbers game. The more numbers you can get in this pipeline, the higher percentage chance you have at people actually going through and finishing to the end. So you want to get more numbers in your pipeline so you can convert them. So let's just quickly take a look at this example pipeline so you can know what you're looking at. So it says contact created. So there's no money to be made with HighLevel unless there's contacts in the system. I'll show you the main way people get contacts in the system shortly. Just bear with me here. So you see contact created here. So typically when it comes to like outreach, you have lists and you can actually get like tens and thousands of business owners, their first name, phone number, email address, website link, first name, last name, Google review rating, whatever other fields you want. And you'd go to sites like Coldlytics to get this list. And it'll be an Excel sheet that you can actually import into HighLevel. And these will be all business owners in your industry, your niche that you are targeting, that you can go and mass outreach to. So typically you start off by that and you drop all of those contacts in here. You have tens and thousands of leads inside of this list and you want to convert them over. And you use digital marketing campaigns to actually reach out to these people and get your website in front of these people, your offer to actual paying clients. So let's say, for example, you're running an email campaign with your website link in it. Well, through HighLevel, you can set up that email campaign and you can use and leverage their digital marketing features, their AI marketing software tools to actually increase the likelihood that these people convert and move over. But back to my point, let's just say that somebody clicked on the email. Well, once somebody actually reads your email and clicked on it, that means that they are closer to actually buying your products or services because they've now seen it. So what this pipeline does is it actually automatically moves this contact right here and it'll automatically move it to this one once somebody clicks on the email from their establishment that you had actually sent out to them. Now, this is an automated process. It'll automatically move here once the email is clicked, but I'm not going to be showing you how to set up automations in this video outside the scope. But now let's say somebody actually replies to their email and say, hey, that's cool, or hey, I'm interested. Then it'll automatically move them to this stage. Now, let's say somebody went to that email and they clicked on your website in that email, they visited your website and they said, you know what, this is interesting. I actually want to schedule an appointment or fill out the form on there, such as first name, phone number, email address, to get more information, as I'm sure you've done on many websites before. Well, that is a very, very warm lead, somebody who's really interested in buying your products or services. So they'd automatically move to these stages once they actually fill those metrics out. And then you see they have buying the plans, tier 1 plan, tier 2 plan, whatever the case may be. So this is really where HighLevel excels at. They have one of the most intuitive softwares to really bring people from strangers to clients. And you do not have to think about just emails for this. If I click on the settings tab and I go down to this integrations tab, you can think of social media. So this is actually how you fill that pipeline up with leads. You can connect your Google My Business page, and business owners can connect their Google Maps page in the local search engine. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, their Shopify store. You can connect your Shopify store through HighLevel, and all of these other first touch point lead generation methods. LinkedIn, another big one as well. And also these are paid advertisements. So Facebook forms, TikTok forms, LinkedIn. If you're running paid advertisements towards those pages, if people are interested from those pages, if they're connected through HighLevel, they'll be automatically mapped into HighLevel system. And that's really when you can get the most out of HighLevel. But now part 3, the only missing link is to actually see what that looks like. How do you truly get leads into HighLevel software? Where does that come from? That's one of the most common confusions when it comes to HighLevel, and that is when it comes down to a web page, a paid advertisement page, in other words, a funnel page. Let's go to the sites tab in HighLevel. So this right here is the sites tab, and this is where you can actually build out websites, pages for paid advertisements, form submit, such as the first name, phone number, email address, blogs, webinars. This is really where lead generation actually happens. So HighLevel has a library full of pre-made website templates. I'm going to go and just click on this one. So the website is the last piece of the puzzle. Doesn't matter whether you're running paid advertisements, email campaigns, whatever the case may be, you have to have a web page to sell through. And when you think about the opportunity pipeline that we saw earlier, this is where you're going to see those correlations of what I was talking about, of those actual fields on the website. So for one, you already see this book an appointment tab down here. The goal of this website is, yes, to get an appointment scheduled, but it's also just to collect customer information. Typically, that's the first step. A website is designed to collect customer information. That you want to get that first name, phone number, email address. I'm sure you've done it on many websites before. That's what you want to get, because once you get that, whether or not they buy your products or services right now, you have them in a database and you can remarket to them for the rest of your life. But let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you see this get more information form. So this is called a form submit. This is the #1 lead basically in the entire world. It's the most common lead in the entire world. It's the #1 most used one, because every time you run an advertisement, the goal is typically to get a form submit on the web page, whatever the case may be, right? Once somebody actually fills this information out, if their websites and social media pages and paid ads are connected to HighLevel, that contact, the first name, last name, phone number, will then formulate back into that opportunities pipeline like magic. It'll have all of the information that they put and a whole bunch of other cool traction that you can have. This was stage 4 out of like 7 or 8 on that pipeline. So this is a good lead, but that just means that they requested information. So they didn't schedule an appointment yet. Somebody scheduling an appointment is a warmer lead. Is somebody who's more likely to buy because they schedule an appointment rather than somebody who just requested more information. People get creative with this when it comes to marketing. You can literally have demo videos of your software and say, hey, if you want to watch the demo of the software, fill out your information and then I'll show you a demo of the software, kind of thing. So that's how you can be like creative in getting, from a marketing aspect, getting this information. So if somebody schedules an appointment, click here, then they fill out their information. So that's the warmest lead you can get. That's a real opportunity to make money. And that's why they call it an opportunity pipeline, because it's an opportunity to make money. Every single person in that pipeline is an opportunity. Just to give you another example, this right here is a web chat, and this is a HighLevel software product / feature that they offer that you can install on HighLevel websites and other business owners' websites to help collect more customer information. So this is the part where I transition from showing you HighLevel as a CRM standpoint to more of a product / white label standpoint, because this is a popular feature that people start software companies around with HighLevel. So this will automatically increase conversion rates. They can easily go ahead and fill out their information here. They can have AI respond to this message as well. And this would genuinely help their website, their web pages, convert more of their traffic and move them down the pipeline and increase the chances that they actually buy products or services down the line, just for having simple software / AI software features like this on their web pages. So let me go ahead and go back So hopefully that gives you a better feel from a CRM standpoint. If you really want to master HighLevel and like me go through all the tabs and show you how the automations work and actually piece everything together inside of HighLevel, you'll have to watch the video on my course, Master HighLevel. But this is mastering the concept of HighLevel without the actual buttons to click. So that's what you need to know. Opportunities pipeline to the sites tab to the integrations with the social media pages. If you kind of know those realms and you have a clear understanding about that, that is the digital marketing aspect that you really need to know when it comes to HighLevel, and why you should watch my content, because I know what I'm talking about and nobody really explains HighLevel the way I'm explaining it. So make sure you tap the fuck in with me, okay? So now let's go ahead and look at the white label portion, because that is all how you're going to use HighLevel for yourself, of course. But now, how can you actually sell HighLevel software as a product? How can you rebrand this dashboard, make it your own, figure out what type of software features you want to sell, so then you can leverage HighLevel as a CRM and use it to market your business, right? So if we go to agency view, we go to settings, company tab, then white label. I'm not going to go through this right now. I've done this in so many videos, but you can easily upload your logo, colors, branding, and URL on HighLevel and make it your own software product. And if you went ahead and got a website right now saying my software does automation or my software has an AI chatbot, then people can go to your website, they can log in and then get access to this dashboard, your software, and you can take off every single last tab except the 2 or 3 that you need to sell the actual product / feature that you want to sell, right? So yes, HighLevel does have an app marketplace with a whole bunch of cool features and tools that you can actually leverage. And some of these are integrations with other proven software companies. Just HighLevel has clout. You know, they got pools, so they actually are a bridge of some other popular softwares that you can like add on to their software and just leverage even more multi-million, even billion-dollar software companies and their features to resell as your own. So you see there's categories of these softwares: accounting, advertisement, CRM, obviously e-commerce, employee engagement software. Like, these are truly some very cool solutions. This is the part where you really have to dive in and take the time to figure out what you truly want to sell. If you want to start a product-based business with HighLevel, you really have to not only go through the tabs, but you have to like understand the value that every software product brings to really begin to understand which one you want to pick. Not saying you have to learn everything in HighLevel. That's not what you should do, because the product you actually pick matters, but it matters less. Learning how to sell it is much more important. So typically you want to start off with like simple solutions. Google reviews is a big one, just helping business owners get more Google reviews. That's automation plus the reputation management tab over here. Pick a couple of features, package something up that seems nice, reasonable, and just kind of easy to grasp for you, and you can think of a software product. But what I want to do is, instead of like me just sitting here going through all these tabs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bucket what type of solutions you should actually begin to formulate your software business and ideas around. So types of software products that you can sell. For one, HighLevel is always adapting. They're always changing. They're always adding features because they have a team of 50 software engineers. They're a multi-billion-dollar company, if you want to be honest. So in terms of an AI marketing standpoint, they have AI content. I'm sure you've seen platforms where you can create content using AI. HighLevel has a feature like that too. AI agents, the most popular name when it comes to AI. You can create AI voice agents to help business owners answer phone calls. AI text and email campaigns for business owners as well. AI chatbots, like I showed you somewhat earlier in this video, and AI website builders as well. So if you actually wanted to be the softwares that people go to when they want to build websites using AI, HighLevel has those capabilities. And at this point, it's nice to know you can also use AI software builders like Base 44. Link below as well if you want to build a more intuitive one to these features, because HighLevel has so many features. They don't do like anything crazy great, and that's where AI can actually, an AI coder can then kind of take place. But not to get off topic, we also have SEO, search engine optimization software. So this helps business owners rank higher, enrich their web pages with keywords so that they can actually pull up when people type in restaurant near me. So this is Google Maps ranking, Google reviews. This one still correlates, but you don't necessarily know how. But other very cool features that can actually easily help business owners rank higher. They have tools like Yext. This is the reputation management tab inside of HighLevel, and I just listed some. There's many more on all of these lists as well. Marketing software. We have marketing automation products you can sell. Paid advertisement management software that you can leverage as well. Text and email automations, course hosting software. So some of the biggest social media influencers in the entire world, like Iman Gotzi and Alex Hormozi, they both started course hosting platforms for people like me to host their courses in and get people in their community. Calendar and scheduling software. The list is literally endless. They have QR codes where you point your phone at the QR code and it scans. You can start a QR code software. It makes absolutely no fucking sense how many lanes that you have a product that you can actually own tomorrow that literally has a product market fit of $100 million. And the thing is, every single one of these features that I'm talking about right now, you don't have to just sell overall to every single industry. You can build a 10K per month online business just picking one of these features, picking a specific niche to actually work with. Like I've showed you throughout this video, pick any industry or niche that's interesting to you. Mechanics if you're a car guy, nail salons and hair shops if you're a beauty and cosmetics girl. And within that solution, you will more than likely, with HighLevel's features, find $100 million product market fit. Now, this will be the last slide I show you because you really do have all the information you actually need to have a good foundation of HighLevel. But you also need to know that there's two buckets to the product-based side of HighLevel and reselling them as a white label software. When it comes to HighLevel, at first, how HighLevel got its start, they were a marketing agency and they said, hey, let's create a software specifically for marketing agencies. And that just developed into much more intuitive software over time. But essentially, to my point is, you can not only leverage HighLevel software features and solutions and CRM and tools to be a product-based business and just sell a feature in HighLevel and be a software product. You can actually take more of an agency type approach and actually leverage HighLevel to provide some of these marketing software solutions and actually implement them into their business so that you can not only get paid monthly subscriptions, but you can get paid huge upfront costs for setting up these simple HighLevel processes up in like 10-15 minutes. For example, the AI tab. HighLevel has AI voice agents. You can connect these to business owners' websites, to their Google My Business page. So when people actually call them, the business owner doesn't have to answer and they can actually just have AI answer. They can automatically schedule and book appointments for them. So instead of you owning a software where people can come in and set these up themselves, well, it's hard to get business owners who are old to actually set these things up for themselves in their business. So instead, you could just sit there and say, hey, we provide custom AI agents to heating and cooling companies. We'll work with you to install these on your websites, on your Google My Business page. And then you actually leverage HighLevel to set these custom solutions up. And then on top of those custom solutions, that's when you also add on the SaaS, which is the software product base. It's called software as a service. So you not only get paid that upfront cost, but you still get paid that monthly recurring fee, because if you have AI agents running, you have text messages running in their business, for one, you can charge them for every single AI message sent, how much they actually use it. But you still have the right to say, hey, you got to pay me $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 per month to have the system still running. And you're just leveraging software, because the software is a service. That's why it's called SaaS. So you can start a marketing agency, but then again, HighLevel has a website template library. You can start a web design agency, which is the number one way I actually do recommend you start HighLevel, selling website templates. That's how I got my start. You can also start an AI automation agency though. So you hear guys talk about starting an AI automation agency, but you need a software to go to actually build and sell AI automations. Well, HighLevel has that covered. They have an automation tab and you can include AI in it, and so on and so on. Search engine optimization agency, just helping business owners rank higher using some of HighLevel software features and tools. Lead generation, helping them get more leads, convert more leads from their paid advertisements, typically lead gen agency. And then content agency as well, because they have a tab where you can market all of your social media pages in one place, integrate them all in one place. Hopefully that begins to really turn your gears. I know that there was like two separate buckets with HighLevel, but that's what you need to know. If I would have had a video like this starting off, this would have really made everything very, very clear for me. It really puts together the whole scope. It really can anchor you into where you need to be focusing and try to like plug and figure out what I want to start my software business around, because that's all you have to know. You have to understand HighLevel foundationally. That's what this video checked off. Now you can begin to attack and say, what do I want to sell? Do I want to start a product-based business or an agency-based business? I have videos on that. And then how do I want to sell it? How do I want to market my software? And I know I can use HighLevel as a CRM, one of the best CRMs in the country, to actually go ahead and back me in doing that. But I have videos on that as well. So if you found this video valuable, like and subscribe to this video. I need more views, bro. It takes me time to go ahead and make all this stuff, but it is valuable. I'm still normal. So, hey, get my likes up for me. I appreciate it. But other than that, if you do have any questions, seriously, tap into my free course, schedule a one-on-one call with me, and then we can definitely kick it off from there, and I can help you with your unique life situation. This was definitely one of my most requested videos. So other than that, see y'all in the next one, and you have a good day.